yesterday on the program, and we have to understand the reality that with this feckless leader in the White House, this weak leader in the White House, and his weak VP Kamala Harris. By the way, I got some stories on her. Things aren't looking good. Things aren't looking good. Thank God there are some politicians scrambling. Kevin McCarthy did come out and say that, listen, instead of worrying about coming back to Washington, D.C., in order to drive us further into debt, and I'm paraphrasing to Nancy Pelosi, everyone should be focused on getting Americans out of Afghanistan. And to this point, I'm still unaware of any type of confirmation as to how many Americans are there. So this is honestly, this is just a horrible situation. But Biden's poll numbers are tanking. Thank God they are, quite frankly, as more and more Americans are starting to wake up, and a lot of people in the independents are starting to wake up. Oh, by the way, I wanted to share this. My buddy Christopher Hart of the American Adversaries sent me this. Former Democrat Senate Majority Leader Gloria Romero has endorsed Larry Elder. So listen, even in California, people understand who Greasy Gavin Newsom really is. And so a former Democratic California state senator by the name and the majority leader, at least she was former majority leader, Gloria Romero, is endorsing Larry Elder. So listen, that's a good sign. That is a good sign. There's a lot of momentum for Larry Elder. Obviously, the Democrats are trying to cheat. Sean told me earlier. Sean, how many ballots did you tell me were 20? 22. Oh, my goodness. 22 million ballots sent out before the August 16th deadline. So there's a whole heck of a lot of room for cheating, unfortunately. But I was unaware that you guys could show up physically and vote. So if you can do that, I would do that. Quite frankly, I mean, you're talking about liberty or tyranny, in my opinion, and I feel like you guys have been under tyranny for so long in California, and obviously I'm exaggerating to some degree, right? But you guys have experienced the absolute corruption and the, I don't know, just the ineffective policies of the consequences of left wing or of leftism, I should say, if I could just spit it out. So the consequences of leftism, California has experienced. So there's plenty of things that you can do. There's plenty of things that Elder can do, and we will get into that. But this is good news. Listen, the polls are looking really bad for Joe Biden. A poll conducted by NBC News in August found that Biden's approval rating among independents tanked and congressional preference increased in favor of Republicans. The poll, which took place, this was August 14th to 17th, in the midst of the catastrophic withdrawal that we're still undergoing right now, showed Biden's approval rating among independents down 15 points, his handling of the economy down 15 points, and his handling of the Wuhan coronavirus down nearly 30 points. See, you would think he would be up based upon their mandates, but no, it's having the opposite effect. For congressional preference among independents swung 15 points in favor of Republicans. So it looks like, and listen, we're a long ways away. We still have a lot of footwork. We still have a lot of conservative cardio that we have to get on. But it's looking like if we get out the vote, if we straighten up our election system to make sure that every one of our states have election integrity, if you will, it looks like we could spank some booty in 2022, and I'm so looking forward to that. It's the only time. It's the only time I watch CNN, just because I want to see their facial reactions. In NBC's Meet the Press on Sunday, moderator Chuck Todd discussed the findings of the poll and how independents could decide the fate of the future of the elections. He goes on to say there's one small group of voters that make the polls move, and I want to show you who they are. They're hardcore independents. This is less than 15% of our sample. Todd stated they're the only people that seem to be moved by events. I'll finish up with this on the other side, but I think Chuck Todd is a little wrong about this. I'll explain why. Let me talk to you about Pure Talk USA. Take a look at your cell phone bill. If you're with Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, you're paying too much. I want you to switch to Pure Talk. Pure Talk can save your family over $800 a year. Yes, the same great coverage because Pure Talk is on the exact same